Bonjour et bienvenue sur ma chaîne. Hello and welcome to my channel. I'm Cindy. In this lesson, we're going to learn how to conjugate ER verbs in the present tense. So first of all, let me check that you know what a verb is. A verb is a word that describes an action or a state in the past, in the present, or in the future. Now, what you need to know about French verbs is that their form changes, obviously, like in English, according to whether it is in the past, present, or future, but it also changes depending on who the subject is. So depending on whether it refers to je, tu, il, elle, on, etc. So depending on who the subject is, the verb ending is going to be different. Unlike in English, where in the present only the third person singular has a different form where you would add an S normally, but in French basically those changes are for every single person. So you may already know that there are 3 verb groups in French. The first one is for regular ER verbs, and actually all verbs ending in ER except for aller, which means to go, are regular. So the only irregular verb ending in ER is aller. All the others belong to the first group. In the second group, we find regular IR verbs, so verbs ending in IR, such as finir, to finish, for example. And in the third group, we have all the irregular verbs, which means the verbs that don't follow a particular conjugating pattern. Okay? But in this lesson, we're only going to focus on ER verbs, so verbs in the first group which end in ER. So let's pick the verb parler, for example, which means to speak. How do we conjugate parler? First, we have to find the stem. The stem is the first part of the verb that remains the same no matter who the subject is. To get the stem of ER verbs in the present tense, all you need to do is basically knock off ER, and then you have the stem. So for parler, knock off ER, and you get parle. And then you need to add the present tense endings for ER verbs. Those endings are E, ES, E, ONS, EZ, ENT. And of course, which one you actually need depends on who the subject is. So it depends on whether you're using je, tu, il, etc. So here is how we conjugate parler. Je parle, tu parles, il, elle, on parle, nous parlons, vous parlez, il, elle parle. I speak, you speak, he, she, one speaks, we speak, you speak, they speak. So as you can see, we've added the present tense endings of ER verbs, E, ES, E, ONS, EZ, ENT, to the stem of the verb parler, which is parle. So this is how you conjugate verbs ending in ER, except for aller, which, as I've said previously, is irregular. So for example, il parle trop. Il parle trop. He speaks too much. Nous parlons de nos vacances. Nous parlons de nos vacances. We're talking about our holiday. So now it's your turn. Either open a Word document or get a pen and paper and then pause the video and try to work out how to conjugate the verb aimer in the present tense. You'll first have to work out the stem and then add the present tense endings. And as a little tip, remember that je, which means I, becomes j, spelled J apostrophe, when the following word starts with a vowel. So here's how you conjugate aimer in the present tense. J'aime, tu aimes, il, elle, on aime, nous aimons, vous aimez, ils aiment, or elles aiment. Notice that E, ES and ENT are actually silent. and that EZ is pronounced like E. And also note that you have to make the liaison between on, nous, vous, il, and elle, and the conjugated verb, because in this case, the conjugated verb starts with a vowel. In other words, you have to pronounce the N and you have to pronounce the S as if it were a Z, because we have to make the liaison between the two words. J'aime, tu aimes, il aime, elle aime, on aime, nous aimons, vous aimez, ils aiment, elles aiment. So as I've said previously, the verbs in this group are regular. That said, a few of them need minor spelling changes in order to preserve their pronunciation, but that will be the subject of another lesson. I hope you found this lesson useful. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and share it. And if you still have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask in the comments. That's what the comments are for. If you're new to my channel, I'd love to have you subscribe. I upload new videos regularly. And if you'd like to follow me on social media, all the links are in the description. Thanks for watching. Bye!